Hi, welcome back to my channel called Shankus. And this is my second video, and thank you so much for all your support on the first video that I posted 2 days ago. So, today I have come up with some new interesting thing that is, how you can access an application that is configured and hosted on any EC2 machine. EC2 machine is in like virtual machine, right? It can be from any cloud vendor, either from Microsoft Azure or Amazon Web Services, or even Google Cloud Platform. So I have opted AWS since I have an account, test account, where I can test multiple things and show you some interesting stuff. So the application that I installed is called Jira. You must have heard of, and let me show you. It is hosted on the local host, that is on the machine, EC2 machine, with the port number 8080. So I have configured it on port 8080 on my EC2 machine. EC2 machine is the server that I launched from AWS. And if I would like to access it, I would be accessing it like this. So it's localhost colon 8080. This 8080 is the port that I configured it to. So here we go. It says science this site cannot be reached. That simply means either it is a port issue or it is not configured to send the traffic to the this port. Okay. So what we can do in that case, you should make sure that relevant ports are open here on this machine, since we already have 22. So what we'll do, this is going to be in detail in my coming sessions when I would be talking about EC2 machines. For now, I'm gonna do add rule, and I'm gonna say 8080 and be on my you know uh, internet. So it's around globally. I haven't specified any specific IP address. Let's keep it as is. Okay. Now, the next step is to log into EC2 instance. So EC2 instance, we log in like this. Installed putty. We will get the IP like this. And in an enterprise environment, it would be your private IP, because we don't use public IP in enterprise environment until unless if it is some rare requirement that we get. So this is the user we generally log in to the Linux machine. Default user configured within the machine, and I've already downloaded my key pair that I used to launch the instance. Open it up. It is successful. So what we can do now, like I showed you before, it is not giving any page, right? Even if we open the port from EC2 machine security group, still it's not giving any page. So what we are going to do now, we will use tunneling. So when I say tunneling, you must be confused. Hey, there, where this word is coming from. So it is nothing but port forwarding. So which simply means like it allow connections made to a local port and that to be forwarded to a remote machine via a secure channel. So until or unless you do it, you won't be able to access the application from the local to the application hosted on the server. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the full screen of this EC2 instance, and now I'll do right click and change settings. Under change settings, we have connections, SSH, and then we go into tunnels. So this is the source port. This can be any random port you can type, right? 88888999. This has nothing to do with the port that you opened on the EC2 instance, right? So before we do that, since it is must be on HTTP, so what I'm gonna do is, just to be on safer side, I'll open another port, and that is port HTTP like 80. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do this way, and I'll do it for all again. Save rules. All right, let's go back to the EC2 machine and the terminal that we were changing settings for. So this can be any random port. For now, I'm using same port, and this is what we configured on on the server. Like Jira application is configured on localhost and listening to port 8080. So if I add this, apply, and again right click and making the duplicate session of this one, because the existing session may not have the settings that we recently applied. So we'll open duplicate session. So now we have two sessions. One is you see on the behind of this screen, and this is a new one. So we were not doing anything on this machine, not executing any command, because I have already configured the application. It is listening on the port 8080. I'm just trying to make you understand how you can do the tunneling port forwarding and access the application from your local to the remote. So if I again refresh the page, let's see what it says. Hey, have you seen this? All right, so this is what I just wanted you to uh, familiar with. So this is how you can make a use of this video. If in an organization you have set up an application, or if user comes to you and say, hey, I have already configured an application, it is listening to the port. So first, being an AWS admin, what you can do, you can enable the ports on the security group, because it is attached to the EC2 instance where you have configured the where user configured the app. And second thing is to make him understand how he can do it, right? There are more ways to do so, and that is nothing but making an entry on the DNS managed services. So this is something that I'll explain in detail in my coming videos in near future, when we touch base upon one of the EC2 services called Route 53. But for now, let's wrap up as of now, and thank you so much for watching.